Hey, Nation, Harry here. We're working hard. I hope you are too. I hope you're working safe and clean. I know Dennis Wilson down in Southern California is all the above. How you doing, sir, in this pandemic?
Well, as well as can be expected.
Yeah.
The issue, of course, for myself as well as the other MSPs out there is what should we do about taking care of them and not losing them. We know we're going to lose some, but try and keep most of them in the fold.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's a really good point. So, Dennis, I want to talk with you about an area where you have some insights in terms of VPN usage, the spike, the good, the bad, the ugly. What's going on with the VPN paradigm in a pandemic?
Well, one of the things that is absolutely true is your customers are using VPN to resolve some of the issues that they have working remotely. And of course, one of the issues there is that the people that are doing this really don't know very much about VPN and what should be done and what is done. Um, and so, even though the NordVPN is saying there's a 165% spike in usage, we don't see that same spike in knowledge.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. What are some of the challenges that you've seen with your client base?
Well, what I'm having a real issue with um, people who go out and buy something, don't check with us first, which is real typical, and then try and support it with my guys in the help desk. And so basically, what I've had to do is to quickly train the guys on the various well-known VPN manufacturers, as well as the kinds of VPN stuff that Microsoft has been doing for these many years. But it's basically what I would say recommend for the MSPs out there is you want to get in front of this. In fact, if you're not in front of this now, you're behind,
Yeah.
and you really need to be available to help your customers use the technology that they're not familiar with.
Yeah. Yeah, that's that you speak the truth, my friend. I'll give you a much lower level example. I'm not as sophisticated as I once was, but I have a good example. I recently traveled back to the Seattle area from Austin, Texas, and I ended up visiting cousin Claire in San Antonio, and Dennis had an extra printer. And printers are $80, right? I
Hmm.
got a printer here, I got a printer there, I got a printer everywhere. She didn't have a printer. So I hooked it up. And again, this is just an analogy, but you'll get the point. Here we are in a pandemic. I'm trying to get cousin Claire the ability to print and just do her thing. And I took one of those USB ports, multiple USBs
Hmm.
to one, right? So you can hook up other things. And I go on my merry way, right? We got a printer, we got a mouse, we got a this, we got a that. Well, no sooner than I get back to Seattle than I get a text that the mouse isn't working, right? And
Yeah. Yeah.
I have no, I have no idea why. So away goes Mr. Printer, back goes the mouse and the singular USB port remaining in the back of the Dell. The point is, Dennis, by analogy, that's the real world. Okay,
Hmm. Hmm.
that's what I'm getting at. Is that it's always something, as Rosanna Dana would say on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, we suddenly have our customers sending people home to do work that they were never able to do in the past, and they're wondering why they can't do it now.
Yeah,
Accessing remote disks. When you've got stuff loaded on a hard drive and it's set up in the office that they can get to it immediately, and they can't get it can't get to it at all. The way it's being engineered, and they're being stuck out at home.
yeah.
It's just there's all kinds of little gotchas on this, and it's driving my guys crazy.
Well, let's end on this because here's what I would recommend, my friend. You're a well-published author up on LinkedIn. You're consistent with some blog posts and so on. As an author to author, what I would tell you is these little nuggets that we're sharing, tales from the trenches, to the extent you can, like over in Microsoft OneNote or something, to the extent you can just write those, the I can't prints. I mean, literally the I can't mouse and the I can't print. Dennis, that can be one hell of a blog for you in 30, 60, 90, right? Because you're going to have all these nuggets, just little bullet points. And I would encourage you to do that because A, you're generating content that's relevant. B, you're memorializing this era, right? That I wish I had done more of that in .com, .gone, some experiences I had that have faded in the wetware.
Yeah, and that's one of the things I've been thinking to myself is how to generate more content that is more relevant to the users, to the managers, and to the owners. And one of the things I understand in the past, I've only been generating content for the owner because he's the one that's writing the check. But that isn't necessarily my people there. My people are the users, and they are really having some issues right now.
Yeah. Yeah, well, keep up the good work, my friend. Thanks for being one of our analysts, and we'll see you on the flip side.
Thank you. We'll see you soon.
All right.